All right, welcome into Cash and Tickets, brought to you by Poolside Bets. I'm Franklin. That's Paul. Back for another week. We're repping, so he's got ox pipe, got silverback. Of course, silverback sells the ox pipe, so right, we're both repping the same group.
We're selling the brand, baby. Selling the brand.
Dustin, we said hello. Shout him out.
Right there. Nobody lays that pipe.
Like a Shetler. Yeah. All right, so on time constraint tonight, but we're glad to be back. That's my fault. I apologize.
That's cute.
So we're ready. My hair's bad. I ain't shaved. It's that time of year, fall, no shave November, something like that, right?
Sure.
So here we are, Cash and Tickets coming back to you live here on, not live. I said, what? See, I get caught up thinking I'm on the TV, just trying to dial it up, but
you're in a tizzy.
It's got a lot of energy. A lot of
things happening over there. Okay.
So we're recording this. This is November 16th. You'll be watching this November 17th, sometime Thursday morning. So we hope you're out there watching. Hit the like and subscribe. Hit the bell. You get a notification every time a new video pops up. Twitter at Poolside Bets. YouTube Poolside Bet and no S. And don't spell that. Somebody said I spelled out the whole thing. Poolside Bet NOS. I said no, just don't put the S at the. So we're not all geniuses. We're not all making 36s on the ACT. So anyway, here we are. We're back. We're gonna recap the Friday Night Lights that was last week.
There we go.
Kind of a somber note, but that's okay. As we mentioned, the Academy Colts were done. They lost their playoff round, but the Wildcats were still alive, and they played the Cavaliers. Is that right? Caledonia.
Yep, the Caledonia Cavaliers.
That's right. They play, and boy,
wing tee, baby.
We didn't do our research very well. We had our red and blue glasses on, and we didn't cap that game very well, did we, Paul?
Well, we knew you got to stop you got to dominate the line of scrimmage,
and I don't think we did. We got not so good there.
And both sides of the football.
That's okay though. So let's get to it. Paul, give us the recap, the breakdown of what happened with the Wildcats last Friday night.
I'm going to toast a little opening of my cold beer to the local football teams. The team. The years.
Should we pour one out for our homies?
But the journey has just begun for these young men, and it's going to be outstanding.
That's right. There it is.
There we go.
Well done.
Wildcats finished 10-2 on the year. District champs. Kind of what you set your sights on when you start the year. Just win your district.
Get in the playoffs. That's the key.
Ran into a Caledonia last year was in the North Half state title game 4A and lost. They're not a joke. They're for real. They got that. There's nobody. You look all over football. Every Saturday you see a very good football program with really, really great coaches struggle with the wing tee.
Absolutely.
This is true. Any military school you want to go watch, and that you'll see it.
Any given Saturday, Army and Navy and Air Force can get you.
Yeah, it was a little chilly last Friday night. I'm not making excuses for the guys, but it was chilly. It was chilly.
It started to cool off Friday night.
One of the things that I did, I had a little time this week. Last week I was under the weather, so I had more time this week. 4 years ago, as freshmen, the Clarksdale Wildcats went 5-6. Mm-hmm. These seniors leave a team 10-2,
and in good shape.
That's all. They did a great. The seniors should be very proud of what they've done. Coaches should be proud.
First year head coach, by the way, too. Congratulations to Coach Maddox.
And then think about it though, and then Lee Academy also. These seniors that left this year dealt with COVID.
Yeah.
They dealt with all the. I'm not going to call it, whatever, but. There was a lot of stuff working against them. When
they were young, coming up through it, yeah.
And they didn't.
Some of them missed a whole year of play time.
They stayed the course, and like I said, they were 5-6, and now they're 10-2. That's a great job by the coaches, by the players. And, you got to be excited about their future.
Yeah.
I'll go with the game was bleh.
Not a whole lot of good if you're a Wildcat fan.
No, they had a live stream going. I kind of watched a little bit. Kelly Jones threw it, I think, 6 times. He got picked off twice. We couldn't run it. Couldn't kick it. Couldn't pass it. I think we lost a coin toss. Pretty sure we dropped our hot dog on the way to the bleacher.
Yeah, I couldn't even get the hot dog situation right.
But anyway, they finished the year 10-2. There's a lot to be proud of. A lot of things that happened well. Coach Maddox was named 4A. Was it District 3 Coach of the Year?
Yeah, District 4A Region 3, something like that. Yeah.
District 3. Kelly Jones was named the Player of the Year in that district. There's a plethora of players. Let's see. Yeah, first team offense. Offensive tackle James Lewis, center Patrick Johnson Jr., offensive guard Kyron Williams, offensive tackle London Butler, wide receiver Contre Gardner, tight end Cameron Pittman. First team defense, Simeon Ross. I love Simeon.
It's because it's so close to Simeon Rice, and the guy plays that position. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Simeon, Kyle Coben, Kevian Gilmore, Daniel Wilson, Patrick Broomfield, Marcus McGregory, and Jaquarius Hearn. I know there's a plethora of other on second team, stuff like that. I want to go over while we're doing this. Where are my notes here? Hold on, let me get to it. Bear with me. I'm going to put. There we go. All right. On the year, just to put everything in perspective.
Yeah.
Kelly Jones was 12 of 27. 27 of 68 passing, 558 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4 picks. Rushing, Kelly Jones, 131 attempts, 1,424 yards, 19 TDs, only 1 fumble. He's going to play defensive back at State, I think.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to the kid. Congratulations. What a fantastic season he had. He was a lot of fun to watch, that's for sure.
Kamari Gamma only had 5 games. I think he dislocated an ankle. He was starting running back at the beginning of the year. Had 64 carries for 333 yards. He averaged 5 yards a carry. Like I said, had 3 touchdowns. I mean, the kid, I probably would have had a really good year. It would have helped that running game out. You know, some of them young guys had to build up and take over. Raymond Hill played 6 games, 57 carries, 400 yards. So he came on late and helped out. Had 1 TD. Kevian Gilmore played on both sides of the football all year long, did really well. He had 147 yards rushing. Defensive side of the ball. Let's see, where am I at here? Daniel Wilson had 106 tackles, 55 solo tackles, excuse me. Kevian Gilmore had 73 solo tackles, 132 total tackles on the year. Those are your 2 leaders on defense that led the way, over 100 tackles apiece. Jaquarius Hearn had 91 tackles on the year. Simeon Ross had 81. So they were some of your leaders for the year. I hope they know that, you know, this team's still kind of young, but they're moving to 5A next year.
It's a step up.
Yeah, I got a lot of hope for these guys.
So I wonder why. Usually that's done on enrollment in the school.
How many kids? Yeah.
Okay, so maybe the enrollment change got lower for 5A, and we fell into that.
Well, at one time we only went to 5A. Now they have 6A, and I'm not even sure they didn't go up to another A. But
maybe
it all got moved around and swapped around. But yeah, no. I talked to Coach Maddox. He still wants to do a show with us, and he wants to do like a recap show, and we're going to get that thing done.
Yeah.
Because we'll get him on. We'll talk about the future. We'll talk about this past season.
I'd love to hear about the upcoming quarterbacks in Scully. Who's going to take over the reins from Kelly Jones?
Who's the next Wildcat legend?
Yep.
Also, the high school basketball team has already kicked off. I talked to Coach George a little bit. We're going to start getting stats from him. He's going to start helping us out. He sent me some stuff today. I didn't really get it in time to really implement it. But I will say that they're coming off a 25-7 campaign.
Okay.
So they were good last year. They had a nice run in the playoffs.
I wonder if Kelly plays basketball. He looks like he's got a basketball body.
If you're a football coach at State and you hear about Kelly Jones playing basketball,
Probably wouldn't be very happy about
do you
that.
make a phone call to him?
Yeah. Hey, kid, maybe let's not do that. Yeah.
Pardon me. But anyways, like I said, I had a lot of stuff here. We're going to start doing a little basketball stuff, just cover that. And I
know I said I was going to reach out to the AD. It's just been a crazy 7 days since last Wednesday, but I'm going to reach out to the AD so that he can give me the names of the coaches and some contact information to hopefully start reaching out to the women's and boys basketball coaches at Lee Academy and getting some information there.
Yeah, I know Franklin feels the same way. I know we started this thing yet, but I really enjoyed covering these young men and getting to kind of know them a little bit and know the coaches. It's been fun. I'm looking forward to next year. We catch this thing early.
Yeah, absolutely.
We get a little preseason going. We learn what's going on over there.
Maybe we'll get to shoot live before a game next year. We can figure that out.
We're just gonna
the
have
internet situation.
Yeah,
out.
we got to meet out there and see what they have going and what we can do. I'm pretty sure we can get it done some way or another. I also would. I don't know, like maybe. Kind of lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I could see it. You were ready, and then it just kind of flew away.
Oh, my notes.
Kind of happens.
I'm jumping through my notes here, but yeah, we'll get. Hopefully, we get start getting stuff from Coach George on the basketball team. Maybe we can get him on also. I'm excited to get Coach Maddox on because I think that's going to be a great
It'll be a good interview. It'll be fun.
It's going to be great. But anyways, that's what I am. I'm very proud of them. They should be proud of themselves. The coaches should be proud. I know the fan base is proud of them. Sometimes you run into the wing T.
I mean, yeah, it's tough. And when you have an off night offensively and you're trying to defend that just it's tough. It's tough.
It was sloppy, and you turned the ball over too. Ugh. Anyway,
that's all right. Great season.
10-2.
Yeah, that's right.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah, so that's your Clarksdale Corner. I don't know. I'm throwing. I don't know. I'm working. I'm workshopping names. We're going to try to get it figured out.
Well, you ain't lost your train of thought yet, so you're doing well.
We tried to talk to somebody tonight about maybe tonight's Clarksdale Corner brought to you by. We'll get there. We just got to get more of you people watching.
Yeah, a good place to do your Christmas shopping over there at.
Well, we can't say
put it there.
I mean,
right there,
wherever you want it. Yeah,
could be Delta, could be Yazoo, could be State Street.
You might want to sponsor the interviews. Coming to you live coming to you tonight from the blank hotline. Whoever that might want to be. So we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, it's gonna work out.
I'm just gonna quickly recap my last. If you. Sometimes I know a lot of times people just like to. We get detailed because on Wednesdays it's hard to know what's going to happen on Saturday. So when we give you all these games we talk about, we're just kind of basically giving you our leans and what we're thinking. Sometimes that changes between Wednesday and Saturday morning.
Sometimes we're a lot better on Wednesday. We are Friday.
Just like Saturday morning, I found out that KJ Jefferson was not going to go for Arkansas. That's a huge deal. That changes that game. Of course, boy, what a game they played to only lose by 3. Game. But I did not bet that game. If you watched last week, I said not doing it. And so I stuck to my guns and did not do that. But so always check Twitter at Poolside Bets to see what we're putting out. I put out 3 straight plays that day, went 2-1. So it actually loaded up on the Florida State. And so it was a win for the day. It was a good, cash and tickets. That's what the whole premise of the show is about. So I just wanted to say that to tell you to check Twitter. Paul will put out his plays, I'll put my plays, and you can do what you want to do.
I think something's wrong with Twitter.
Yeah?
I spell everything, and my smartphone spell checks it, and it does all the grammar.
I heard there was
for me.
You've got a punctuation issue.
Well, I do it on the smartphone. There's no reason why the smartphone doesn't fix that for my dumb ass.
I'm not going to tell you who's mentioned it before. Just we don't want to bring it up. I do want to give a shout out to my wife real quick.
Yeah,
we're on that.
Let's just say I have something to talk about with my next haircut
for this beautiful Memphis Grizzlies hoodie she got. I mean, this thing is fantastic.
Oh,
Wrapping
snazzy.
Yeah.
Snazzy.
Yeah, it's been fun watching the Grizz play. All right, so let's get it started. You want to recap what you did last week? Do you remember? You didn't care? I mean,
No, I care. I just don't. I was on another page there. No, I had West Virginia team total over 29.5.
woof,
The first half, they didn't do diddly.
nothing.
Second half, they moved the ball better, scored. I thought
end up beating Oklahoma.
I thought at one point they were going to get there.
Yeah.
But they come up short because they couldn't do nothing in the first half. Kansas money line had 1,000 yards total offense between the two schools.
Yeah.
Jayhawks just ran out of steam. I mean, there may be, if they can keep that coach, they're maybe a year away from being scary.
I would have loved to see. I'd love to see what happened if Jalen Daniels doesn't go down.
That's right. Michigan minus 30, 34-3. That's a cover.
Boy, yeah, they squeaked it on in there.
They only gave up 146 total yards to Nebraska.
The boys up there in the big house are really, really, really good. Yeah. The maize and blue or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Cuse plus 7.5. I was told not to bet this game, but I'm too stubborn.
I told you.
Cuse had 160 total yards.
Yeah. Not good. They've been trending in the wrong way.
Florida State was my team to bet this year in the ACC, and I just forgot all about it.
And I've bet it the last 2 weeks, and they've been great to me. What are you doing?
I had Alex Pereira over Adesanya. He knocked him out in the 5th round.
Boy, and how close was that, though, boy? You had to sweat that one out, right?
And then I had Janeway Lee, which she was the favorite, beating Espararo, rear naked choke.
Did she? Wei Lee won that?
Yeah, she choked her out.
I like her. She's fun to watch.
Yeah, she's too talented.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
But I had other stuff out there, but those are the ones I put out on Twitter. So
that's right.
That's what I'll stick to.
Okay, just wanted to give a little recap. So let's dive right on in. We'll get started with the upcoming football slate. Sorry, that stuff. So let's get started. As always,
somebody come get him.
I know. Boy, can you imagine if I was on some kind of energy drink right now? How bad it would just be. I'd be running in circles.
You need some more of them natties.
Yeah. Paul.
Yeah.
Tell me what you like. You said you didn't like nothing. So did you find nothing?
Money.
Don't we all?
Can't figure out how to get it.
I just like the kind that folds.
Mine don't make no noise.
No.
All right. My first play is UConn plus 10 at Army. Kills my soul. But UConn is 8-2 against the spread this year.
Guess what? They already are as well.
What?
Bowl eligible.
Ain't
the Huskies. Jim Moore Jr.
Coach
absolutely doing it. Hey, can he? Does he?
No.
It's got to be between him and Lance Leopold, right? Or Leipold, however you say it.
It's him.
I mean,
there's no doubt. It's him.
That is unbelievable what he's done with that team.
From where they started. And they got better and better.
They were literally the worst football team in the world last year.
Yeah, they're getting 10 points. And I understand we just talked about the option, the wing tee, the triple option. Pardon?
Love it. Yes, sir. Got it right there. UConn plus 10.
Oh, he already got it down. I'm kind of banking on this thing being lower scoring what they're asking for here. And if it is, that favors UConn. UConn's defense is salty.
Well, yeah.
And Army's defense is good, too.
And they're coming off a big win over Liberty.
So you're going to give us over a touchdown to a Army team is not the normal Army team that you see? Yeah, I'll take that all day. You want to go one?
Well, I was just going to piggyback on what you said. I like UConn plus 10, and I also kind of lean, and I don't look at that Liberty game. The UConn just did what they had to do because you knew Liberty was going to score, and UConn went out there and won that game 36-33. Big win that made them bowl eligible. Great win by the Huskies there, taking down Brother Hugh there at Liberty after he just had the big win again. That's what he does, man.
He had the Auburn job, he lost it.
And then now he's going to try to get it back. We'll get back to him. We'll circle back.
Now they're hiring Cadillac Williams.
Yeah. I kind of lean the under here at 43. It's 43.5. Army's going to slow them down some, but I think UConn can really run the ball well. That's what they do.
Yeah, just a style of offenses, yeah.
Yeah, so Army just played Troy to a 10-9 game. I still like UConn to win it by 10 here. I'm looking at like
plus
20.
10.
I mean, that's right. All they got to do is win. Yeah, and I think they went outright. I love the money line there.
There ain't nothing about this game I don't
like. So I see, regardless of who wins, I see this game at 20-14, 20-17 at the max, 14-10, somewhere in there. So I would just go to another game. I'll just touch on some games that I got a lot of favorites in here. I got some dogs, but UTSA travels to play the Rice Owls this weekend. UTSA's laying 13 points, but man, Western Kentucky laid it on Rice, and Rice is not very good on the road. But that Rice QB has thrown 14 interceptions, and UTSA's deep. The Roadrunners are a good team. They're a really good team. Frank Harris, really good at quarterback, and the running back there, Brady, they're just too much for the Owls. And I think they like I've said this before, I see a game, I see Rice maybe could keep it close early, but I think early third quarter, UTSA is just going to start turning it on. And
I ain't going to lie, I don't like how we're starting out because that's the second
You got your second one. I love the Roadrunners there at -13.
Yeah, I got it up to 14. Too much firepower is basically what I got. Same thing you said. Mm-hmm. So,
look, he's really underrated to me. I don't think he gets enough pub. And what that coach has done at that program in the last 2 years.
That's still Frank
Harris, still the quarterback there at UTSA. A lot of times you see teams like that, group of 5 teams, when they're really playing well, they're mostly senior laden. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like a group of 5 teams in basketball. The more upperclassmen you have that've been in the program a while. But I mean, Frank Harris, they did this last year. I mean, that just shows me that coach is running a really good program over there at San Antonio.
Sportsline's got it 42-22.
I'll take that all day long, right? So go ahead with your.
I'm trying to see what time that Army game started.
With your next pick there, Paul.
All right, the next game I had got canceled, and we all pray for Virginia and what's happening.
Man, what a tough thing there. I mean, I don't even know what you say there. I mean, it's hard to talk about football if you're going to talk about that.
Yeah,
that's a sad situation.
But the 2:30, I'm assuming this is the SEC game of the week. Is this Gary Daniels and his dumbass?
Well, we saw on Twitter how much you appreciated him last week, Paul.
Did I spell it all right?
I don't know.
No, I got the under 50 for Kentucky, Georgia. I think there's too much defense on both sides of the football. I don't think it gets to 50. That's where I'm at with that.
It's hard to even think about Kentucky after they lost to Vandy.
Yeah, well, maybe they were looking ahead.
Maybe. All right, so I guess that goes to me. Hey, look, you ride them till she bucks you, or you don't ride them at all. And I'm bringing that up because I'm talking about another team from Texas.
Oh, hey, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know how they do it. They do it something like that. I've seen them do it.
This one scares me for them.
Does it?
It does.
Look, I know they're going to Baylor. They've been blown out a couple of times this year. I do like Dave Aranda as their coach. I think he's done a pretty good job. But, man, just like I've mentioned before, Max Dugan, I don't know how you say his last name. And then then Q Johnston, the wide receiver there. They're just and the whole team. They're just so balanced offensively.
Yeah,
you shut them down throwing the ball. They'll just run it all over you. And then if they hit a couple of runs, they're going to go over the top to Johnston.
Yeah, they seem to got the it factor this year. It's
I loved them last week as dogs, and they just went out there and went to Texas, went to Austin, game day there, and they won it 17-10. You think Baylor is going to scare them? Yeah, Sonny Dykes has done then he's going to win Coach of the Year. Yeah. Sonny Dykes is going to. I don't know how he did. I mean, I get Jim. I would vote for Jim Moore Jr.
I'm going to write a strongly worded email to somebody.
But if they say undefeated, and make the playoffs, I don't know how. I don't know how Sonny Dykes doesn't get it.
Sportsline's got it 35-28 TCU.
Yeah, it's 2.5. I'm laying 2.5 all day long with the Horned Frogs at Baylor.
I got you.
All right. What up? What's next?
I'm at the 3:00 slate in Western Kentucky at the Auburn Tigers.
Get out of my. Did you steal my paperwork?
Huh?
Did you steal my paperwork? Were you spying my office?
This thing ain't shaping up well, guys. Did you take the Hilltoppers +6?
I got +5.5.
Son of a bitch.
You know what else I'm gonna sprinkle on them?
The old money.
Absolutely. Don't be fooled by that Texas A&M game.
Jesus,
they're awful. I would take Western Kentucky over A&M. I might take it over both of those.
The only
teams.
notes I have on this is kind of what you said. It's an overreaction to what Auburn did. Do not overestimate or whatever the word is how shitty of a team Texas A&M is.
Oh, they're bad. They're god awful. Good. Boy, and we've talked about it. That Jimbo contract, goodness gracious. Look, the Burn needs to lose. They don't need the boosters to get all in their feelings about Cadillac Williams. I mean, I kind of hope I'd love to see it because it reminded me of the whole Matt Luke incident. But and they'd keep their paws off of Lane Kiffin. But
Sportsline's got it 27-26 Western Kentucky.
I like them to win it. And I'm absolutely taking the 5.5.
Yeah. No, I mean Cadillac Williams gonna have them guys playing hard because he can do that. I mean, he's not like he's going to have them going. But
yeah, but that, like you've seen it, it wears thin at some point. And they've already had that. They had the big comeback against State that they ended up losing, and then they beat A&M, and they celebrated that thing like they had beat somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a tough scene after that win to see that. I mean, good for Cadillac, I guess. I mean, I know he means a lot to that program. But
that Army UConn game starts at 11. Sportsline's got it 26-18 Army. I don't see that either.
That's still a cover.
Yeah, it is, but I don't see it.
That's a lot of points too, isn't it? That's 44.
Yes, it's half a point over what they got here. All right, what you got there, boss?
All right, I'm gonna take you out to the Pac-12, Paul. You like Pac-12?
Yeah, I like a nap or two.
They're coming off a huge win. They just took down the UCLA Bruins. Now they're at home. The Arizona Wildcats are at home.
There they are.
DeLara's has had a really nice season over there at quarterback for Arizona Wildcats. Remember the first game of the year or first game of the year we bet against them? How's San Diego State going to lose one of the worst teams in college football? That's not going to happen.
And their new stadium.
In their brand new stadium. The Wildcats went out there and beat them.
With a cool name and everything.
Absolutely. You know what? All that talk, give me the Cameron Ward, Washington State Cougars. I'm laying the 4 points. That's not going to happen again. They're not going to get this win. Washington State's coming in there. They're a good football team. I brought up Cameron Ward way back when we did the Pac-12 deal. The kid's been good coming out of Incarnate Word.
Yep.
Washington State is feisty. They're a really good team. I know they're on the road here, but I'm inclined to lay the 4 points here at Arizona. That line is fishy, though. I would have had that line at like Washington State -6 or 7. So I don't know if I'm going to end it, but I do like Washington State against Arizona. Little letdown game after you just beat the Bruins. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The last game I have on my list that I got here, but I got a few others I'd love to talk about. Well, not the last play. I got some other stuff I want to talk about. It's Hawaii +11. They host UNLV. Hawaii is way better at home than they are on the road. And they played the last time I bet on them, they got the hell beat out of them. And it's probably because of me.
You think it's your fault?
Yeah, well, hell. What else could it have been? They've done good all year. I get on them. But no, I think Hawaii's got a chance to win this game outright.
Yeah, okay. I didn't look much at that game, but I'll take your word for it. I may have to go take a look at it now that you've brought it up.
Take a gander.
Let's see.
They got it 31-28 UNLV, and Hawaii's catching 10 or 11. So, at Hawaii.
And you think you like them winning the game. All right.
I think they can go beat UNLV.
All right, I got a game here I want to mention because I brought it up earlier, so I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to just make the old circle, come back to Brother Hugh over there at Liberty. Liberty Flames. They're back at home after the loss to UConn. And hey, look, if you've ever seen a Hugh Freeze season, this is how that happens. You get this huge win and then you go lay an egg. It's the whole experience in 2 games is what Auburn just got. I mean, look, he's going to get you up. Whoopsie poopsie. You go out there and you beat Bama, and then you lose to Memphis. Well,
he's been known to have a good relaxing session after a big win.
And it was on the road, so it makes all the sense in the world. But they're back at home in their confines over there. Well, they in Virginia. Liberty's in Virginia, right? State of Virginia.
Sometimes the damn jokes write themselves. You just got to let back and watch funny happen.
One of the worst teams in the ACC travels to Liberty. Of course, they don't travel far. Virginia Tech heads to Liberty. Hugh needs to get this win to bounce back so he can still in good shape for the Auburn job. I'm laying the 10 with the Liberty Flames. Liberty minus 10 against Virginia Tech. All right, Paul, go to the next one or talk what you got to talk about. I got to make a pit stop.
I need you here for this.
Well, talk about something different.
All right, I'm going to talk about World Cup.
All right, there you go.
All right, so this Sunday, the World Cup starts. I love World Cup soccer. I'm not a huge fan of like just day-to-day soccer, because it gets kind of mundane and all the falling down and all that, and the spray comes out, and miraculous recoveries. I get all that, but World Cup soccer is like a different animal. Everything matters. They play with passion, they play with heart, and it's really fun to watch. Now I do get it is in Qatar, I think is how you say it, and the time change can be crazy, but the teams that we kind of watch here, the United States, Mexico, the bigger name teams, they're going to be starting at 1 o'clock. Some of them at 10. But anyways, you'll be able to watch them live here if you want to. So at 10 o'clock Sunday morning, which will be this Sunday, the first game will kick off, and then Monday the rest of the teams kick off. All right, so I got 2 picks to win the World Cup outright.
Oh, here we go.
I got Germany 10-1. Okay, I feel good about Germany, and then Belgium 16-1. I
knew you were going Belgium. They've been the hot pick for the last 2 World Cups.
They were runner up 4 years ago.
They were the hot pick the last time the World Cup was played.
All right, and stay with me on this because this is what it depends on where you find this and if you can bet this. And I'm hoping because we live in the butthole of America and we don't have online gambling. Hoping our local boat up there will help me out.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 3-team parlay.
Okay.
So it's a 4-team parlay. 2 teams to win their group. So
to win the group. So it's not talking about winning a game. No. You're getting out of your group, but you got to win it.
You got to win the group.
Don't 2 get out of every group?
2 get out of every group. These 4 teams, I feel like are going to definitely win their group. Okay. And you parlay them together, you get plus 322, which for if you don't understand that term, it's a little over 3-1.
Yeah. So bet 100, you can win 300.
You would win more. You'll win $322.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So Brazil, Belgium, France, Netherlands.
All right.
And you parlay those 4 teams together to win their group, you get plus 322. Short of a
big upset,
crazy thing happening.
Are they getting pretty decent? I tried to look at some of the groups today. They must be in pretty simple. Pretty groups that you don't think are very challenging.
I don't think they're gonna have any problems.
Okay. So you must have talked to the soccer guy today. You get him on the line. You talk. I know we got all the contacts.
No, I want to be clear on something now. I think I'm right on this. My Germany pick, they're in the same group with Spain. Anybody knows anything about Spain's not bad.
Yeah, but like I said, they're probably both going to advance out of that group.
Oh yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, Germany and Spain are in the same group. Eesh. But they're not in my old deal. They don't.
Yeah. All right. So what was the next one you want to talk about that involved that you needed me my expertise on?
Bedlam.
All right. Look.
This has got huge implications for us.
Look at that. What's written right up there?
No, I ain't worried about passing on them. I'm saying we got us we got us a.
Oh, our deal. I forgot about it.
Yeah, we got us a 15-pack of natty lights on this bitch.
Let's go, Cowboys. It ain't been the season we thought it was going to be. We got to go get them. Didn't they win last week? They finally got back in the winning column last week. Is Oklahoma crapped the bed against West Virginia?
I don't know.
I just don't think they like the weather over there in West Virginia.
West Virginia.
6:30 ABC at Oakland. Do they play that in Norman? Yeah, they okay. So the 7-3 Cowboys visit the 5-5 Sooners.
The fuck? Hey, Jeff Levy, you okay?
Hey, anybody check on DJ Durkin lately? How's it over there in A&M land?
He probably had no problem eating, but
the grass ain't always greener. Is all we're gonna say. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
Oh my goodness gracious!
So yeah, Paul and I'll be watching that. We got a big box of natties on that game. I do believe. Because I believe I said that the Cowboys were going to defeat the Sooners, and that game was going to solidify the Big 12 for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. How wrong
How about
were
this?
we?
30 to 28 is the predicted score of the sports line.
If I remember correctly, I think we said, how in the world is TCU going to cover 14 points against Colorado at the very first game of the season? Yeah, I mean, you talk about smart. They're right here. They
may get 14 wins.
Yeah, that's right. I tell you who's not going to meet their win total.
Who?
Texas. They can't get there.
They're not back.
They can't get to 9. I told you, go hammer that under on the. And I know a bunch of y'all were thinking, oh boy, he may have missed. Look at Texas, but no.
I forgot. We're going to have to go back and watch that preview show and see.
I had 2 for the Big 12.
Well.
Under on Texas.
Well.
Cashing. Over on Kansas. Cashing.
That thing's still in doubt, though. We're not sure if that'll get there.
The over on Kansas? I think they've covered it twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, boy. USC, UCLA, that'll be a good one at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I just didn't know where to go there. I just think it's going to be so many damn points scored in that game. You just never know. Whoever has it at the end will probably win.
You want to talk about Ole Miss, Arkansas?
Well, I got it on my list. I was just checking to see. I'm leaning Wake Forest because Syracuse is just, I mean, you talk about a team that has spit the bit and going in the wrong direction. Syracuse travels to Wake Forest. Wake Forest has got to they're laying 10 points. I just think they'll outscore Syracuse late. You know, they'll probably carry a 10-point lead in the third quarter and then just start, you know, putting it on them late.
36-21.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, there you go.
Projected score.
Yeah, I mean, that's a cover. What else? Oh, here's one I didn't mention. Florida and Vandy. Congratulations to the Commodores for getting
They're going bowling, ain't they?
Nah, they got to win out, I think. But, hey, they got the first SEC win in, 3 years or something like that? I mean.
Oh, against Kentucky.
Yeah, beat Kentucky, got the big SEC win. Look, we've had 2 games in a row now that we've had good Anthony Richards. If you get another game, they're going to cover the 14 easily. Because they ain't going to be nobody at Vanderbilt. It's not like they're in a hostile environment. So I don't hate Florida, but I'm just going to kind of watch that game, see what the line does. I got a couple of other dogs I'll give you here. I like Iowa on the road. They've actually shown signs of offense. And
they actually got life now.
Yeah, a little bit of life.
They got rid of the Suns coach or whatever it was.
No, he's still there. He's still dialing up offense, but they actually are like doing this thing where the quarterback takes the snap and you kind of fake it to the running back and then you drop back and look for a receiver. I think they call it play. I don't know who invented it. Play action. Have you ever heard of that?
Sound right at all.
It doesn't sound. Yeah, they've done stuff like that. I mean, this guy must be a genius. He's just dialing up stuff we've never seen before. But look, they've shown. I mean, in all seriousness, they've shown signs of offense, and that defense is legit.
And they're good.
And Minnesota's just going to try to run. They're a running team. Both teams are kind of going to run the ball into each other, and I think it's a good sleepy game. But I was catching 2.5 at Minnesota, so I don't hate taking Iowa plus the points there. And I don't hate Duke. I mean, I'm still on the Dukies. I mean, that plus 7.5 looks tasty there. Elko's done a really good job with Duke. And it was funny, I didn't even write who they were playing. I just wrote Duke. It would be helpful if I said who they were playing, wouldn't it? Let's take a look-see.
Had all week to get ready for this, did we?
Who are the Blue Devils play that I liked? Oh, they're playing Pittsburgh, who's been just schizophrenic all year, and I just think they can outscore. I think they can win that game, but I'd give me the 7.5 points all day long.
I could have brought that up for you, but I didn't.
I think that's going to be a close game between Duke and Pitt. So I like. So we like UConn plus 10, Duke plus. A lot of times people will say you're just taking all the. I mean, I can take all the. We don't always give favorites. Iowa, Duke, UConn. Who else did I like?
Who says we always take favorites?
TCU. You hear that? Some people like you. Just,
no, we are not chalk chasers.
Yeah, you got to find those lines.
Especially not in horse racing.
I also like the Beavers. I forgot about that. The Beavers are -8 headed to Arizona State. They've been really, really good this year, and they can run on the Devils. Oregon State can run it, and the Devils can't stop the run. It just
it's a really big Saturday night for the Pac-12 title game.
That USC-UCLA game is going to be big.
Well, Utah and
Oregon. Yeah. I had that I have my list only to say this. Oregon is really, really good at home, and Bo Nix has been really, really good this year. And I know they're coming off a loss, but man,
you hate to see it, don't you?
I took Oregon twice last year against Utah. How well did that work out for me? Utah blasted Oregon twice last year, so I'm staying away from that game.
We're gonna have to get somewhere we can put the board up.
Well, they're on it. I mean, Oregon, not Oregon State. They've been good to me this year, so I'm gonna shout out the Beavers. So let's get to it. 6:30 in Fayetteville in the cold. It's supposed to be literally freezing. Like temperatures in the teens in Fayetteville, Arkansas this weekend. I've heard that KJ Jefferson has practiced all week, and of course they sat him out for the LSU game to get him ready for the Ole Miss game. Thanks. I don't know what else to say. Is that what?
This is for Jackson Dart's neck.
I mean, right? Look, if they miss a face mask for 3 weeks in a row, his parents should sue whoever hires these officials. I mean, they missed a blatant face mask from, was it A&M we played before Alabama? Whoever we played. And then they missed a blatant face mask from Bama. And then they let the dude rip his head off. And then let a guy shove his head into the ground and never called a penalty. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing that you go all year and you're one of the most penalized team in the country until you play Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you get your discipline back.
You get it all fixed. Yeah, you get it all fixed.
It's absolutely insane.
And you know what? Here's the excuse. I guess they don't call it an excuse. They call it a reasoning. This is what I heard from. Yeah, this is what I heard from other talk people.
Talking heads.
Yeah, talking heads. That when they went back and looked and watching the Ole Miss Alabama game, that the reason the pushing of Dart's head into the turf wasn't called is because the back judge or whoever stands in the back, behind, I don't know what you call them, back judge, umpire, the rest, whatever. He said he wasn't watching.
Wow.
Well, what are you looking at? Your job is to watch the quarterback, is it not? Watch for holding from the back, watch the run, and to watch the quarterback. The play was over. What are you looking at?
What? All right, so Alabama on the year, I know you.
So not looking. Okay, so isn't that part of your job? Like you're back there to see if he gets, you call roughing the passer. That's part of your job, is to throw that flag being back there. As the play is developed and he's thrown to the ground and sacked, where were you looking?
Yeah.
Horrible excuse.
All right, so I'm going to throw some numbers at you. As soon as I get my stuff ready. Mm-hmm. So there's 131 teams in the NCAA football world.
Okay.
Alabama yardage per game penalized is 122nd.
They're bad.
That means that they get penalized a ton.
Mm-hmm. You want to bring up the Ole Miss Alabama game?
Just a ton.
I think I saw him get a procedure penalty. Ooh.
They got 5 penalties, 45 yards.
They're way under their
I'm pretty sure if you
total.
went, and we love our state brethren, but we're rivals. I'm pretty sure if you went to the state game, you see the same bull crap.
Yeah.
So 122nd in the country. The only teams worse than them: Louisville, Arizona State, Cincinnati, Cincinnati shouldn't be there. Maryland, Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan, Houston, Utah State, and South Alabama. Okay, so Alabama, on a whole, per game, gets 71.6 yards penalized a game.
Yeah.
And that's just normal for them. That's normal. But apparently, when they cross the damn Mississippi River,
they don't have to come. Yeah, they come from the backside.
Well, I don't care how they
reach around from the back and get us. They sneak up on us.
There was some retching around going on. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. No,
you're right about that.
Piss me off.
And here's the thing: those calls that they missed were of the 15-yard variety. You're talking about automatic first downs, keeping drives alive. How can you be watching a football game as a referee, whether you're a line judge, side judge, umpire, back judge, wherever the hell you're standing, and you watch a wide receiver get blasted and run over 20 yards down the field,
bad,
and you don't say anything? You don't. There's just
yeah.
And I swear, if they'd have said anything, they probably would have said, pass uncatchable. He wasn't throwing it to that guy. He was throwing it to the other receiver that was deep. But that's at minimum, that's illegal contact.
If your argument is, hey, when you play at home, you kind of get a little something because you get a 3-point advantage. This was in Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah, it was not in Tuscaloosa.
8.3 penalties a game these guys average. We mustered 5. And then and you talking about not even the worst were called. And I'm not trying to be a homer here, but it's ridiculous. That's what
it was bad.
Even state fan, when everybody on the planet knows it. And Gary Danielson.
When you get Gary calling for penalties, you've screwed. I was trying about to say a bad word, but you've messed up.
This is the same moron. Did you watch that stuff I sent? He took a huge shit that last series. What are we doing,
what are you
Gary?
talking about? Come on, Gary, be better. Be better.
We got to roughen the pitcher penalty.
What?
This is the best they have to offer.
Look, and they probably pay him good money.
No, it's easy, 6 figures, easy.
Oh God!
Did you go on YouTube? Do yourself a favor and to see how far Jerry.
So funny.
What's his name? Who cares? Jerry the King Lawler interviews this cat back years ago, and it's back in the 80s, and his commentary hasn't gone much better.
No.
I think that may have been his peak. I think it may have been his peak. This jackass can't call a damn cornhole match.
Yeah, no, I don't. Look, and going right. I'm just gonna bring up the officials one more time. Why is it that every time they play us, that it's face mask? The year we beat them in 2014 with the Bo Wallace team. They missed the face mask right before halftime that allowed Alabama to get a scoop and score right before halftime. But the reason we fumbled it is because we got face masks. So the running back got face masked right there, and they didn't call anything. And what did Gary do? Going into halftime, he berated a photographer because the photographer was right, or a video guy was videoed that ref walking off the field, and they were like, "That's just disrespectful." Well, do better, be better at your job.
Moron. Can we just get Uncle Vern back
and just have him? Don't let anybody. We don't need a color guy.
Uncle Vern was like wholesome. He made me want to do chili.
How many times did he have to bring Gary back from some random comment, and then Vern would get us right back in there, right back where we needed to be? Oh, goodness gracious. That was, and to have the ball right there at the end you try to get the win, and that just made it just, ugh.
All right, let's talk about the game. I think I got it all out myself.
It's freezing in Arkansas Saturday night.
Over there on the hill.
I'll give Fayetteville this. It's beautiful there.
It is.
I did not understand the whole deal, but driving through there on the way to Omaha, that's a gorgeous. That's a gorgeous place.
You know when you're a kid, your parents, your grandparents said, when I was a kid, we had to walk uphill both ways.
They do in Fayetteville.
When you go to that stadium, it's uphill both ways. Yeah, when you go and you leave, somehow you're still going up. I don't understand it. It's crazy.
It's crazy for sure. Crazy. Yeah, I know these games get crazy, but I don't hate Lane. I think Lane's going to have them ready to go and finish this season off good.
Can't let Bama beat you twice.
No,
right?
No, and I don't think they will. He's just too good of a coach to let. He doesn't do the whole rah-rah deal. That's why they're able to get up and play again. That's why Hugh Freeze I don't mean to. He's a really good coach. It's just that Hugh does the whole family rah-rah thing. You get up for real big games.
We just need a little more help.
Oh, no, let's not bring him up. Let's not bring him into it.
Let's get some helping.
And then you go out the next week and you don't get all the rah-rah talk. You just get business talk. It's like, so you just come down and you just crap the bed against the team you know you should beat. Look, KJ Jefferson scares me. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be good.
But I just think I hope Bentley is healthy enough to spell Judkins, because I don't think Evans is gonna play. He got concussed on that fumble. I think Evans is out.
Well, Ole Miss, Arkansas in general, you can throw
it gets crazy.
It gets weird.
It gets weird. But I think they can win by a field goal, and it's 2.5. I like Ole Miss to cover here. I might actually bet the game I might bet Rebels for the first time this year.
You better not.
I haven't done it all year, but I think this is a good. I actually did against A&M. I think maybe.
You bet some unders. I thought.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The first 4 weeks or so, all the unders hit. Yeah.
Well, go bet the under. Or the over. Don't bet on the Rebels.
You think I don't care how cold it is in this game. It was 52 to 51. Of course, it was early and it was hot.
Yeah, I got it.
That don't mean they won't both air it out in the cold and go score 40 apiece this year.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, just don't let Bama beat you twice. Let's finish the year out strong. I want to see us beat Arkansas and State. That'd be incredible. At the beginning of this year, I didn't know who our quarterback was. I wasn't sure if Jackson Dart was the right guy or not. Obviously, Lane Kiffin knows more about quarterbacks than I do.
He's forgotten more about quarterbacks than we ever.
Well, it's debatable. We got to have a conversation now, because I played a lot of NCAA football.
Lots of it. No, I mean, just hit the A and the X, a little more of the B. Get it.
Run that triple off.
Yeah, run it.
No, he's done a great job. The team's been a lot better. I'm ecstatic where they are.
Look, I love the kid's grit. He's got moxie. He's got this. He's got the Matt Corral factor, but he's also he's tough as nails.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
That game,
his neck broke.
Anybody that couldn't I don't know that any other quarterback could have withstood what he took in that LSU game. He got pummeled for 2.5 quarters and just kept coming back. And then what Alabama tried to do to him, literally tried to rip his head off, shoved his head in and what does he do? He doesn't do a thing. He gets up, goes about his business. I've really kind of grown to love the kid. I'm looking forward to him have a big year next year. Yeah, I mean, where we are, I mean, you plug a few holes back on defense, and I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, some of them transfer recruits in there.
Yeah. So all right. So I think it's about time to wrap it up. What do you think, Paul? You got anything else?
Yeah. No. Do yourself a favor if you're where we are in the South, and a lot of folks don't watch soccer. Do yourself a favor and watch a couple of these World Cup matches. I think you'll enjoy it.
If you don't ever watch any soccer, watch the World Cup. It's really, really entertaining. I mean, the way these players play for their flag, it's really cool. I mean, and you go out there and watch Ronaldo. You may not get the chance to see him again.
That's right. There's a couple of them out there. You might.
Is Messi still playing?
Messi's gonna be done.
And of course the U.S. squad, you got Pulisic out there that's really, really good. That kid can really play.
That's even money to get out of the group. By the way,
the red, white, and the blue.
All they gotta do is get by Wales and they're out.
I think so. I think they open with Wales on the 21st. I think if they beat Wales, that they're on their way. Big game against England. That'd be what, early Thanksgiving morning or the day after Thanksgiving?
I think I thought it's the 25th, which would be the day after.
Right.
So it'd be 1 o'clock on that day, which was perfect.
Absolutely. And I won't be here to watch it with you, but I will find a place. So look, we're going to try to work this whole Zoom thing out. I am headed to Texas next week. So I'll be watching the Egg Bowl from Texas, of all places.
We're going to try to be live Saturday, right?
And we're going to go try live Saturday, from a new location. We won't be poolside. It's a little cool, but so we're going to set up in another place. We've got a big buddy that set up a bunch of TVs, and shout out to Dustin for doing that for us and letting us have his place to watch the football. So we're going to try to go live Saturday. Not try, I think we're going to shoot for going live Saturday, or at least shoot early Saturday morning, and we can give you our picks there, what we got going on, what we're going to be watching. So this has been an absolute blast, and we're going to, like I said, we're going to try to do it. I'm going to try to Zoom in with Paul next week from Texas sometime. It may not be on, maybe Thursday or Friday. Not Thursday, obviously, because it's Thanksgiving, so it may be Friday. Maybe that. Well, we'd like to do it before the Egg Bowl, wouldn't we?
Oh.
Maybe we'll try to do it Wednesday, like we always do, and upload it on Thursday. So, that's cash and tickets for tonight, and hopefully we'll be back. And if we don't do it next week, hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. For those of you local that watch us, hope you have a wonderful Egg Bowl watching. I hope it goes your way.
Yeah. Also, too, this thing is like kind of growing, but it's growing slowly, but it's growing perfectly because there's people out there
growing organically.
We get comments and stuff, and we don't even think about it because we're just kind of doing what we do. But it's cool to meet people that you don't know that actually watches.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and we appreciate that more than anybody would. I mean, it's
a guy asked me, like I saw at the golf course during the whole Trail of Treats. He said, how'd your Saturday go? We won all the money. I was like, how's he know? I said, what? I said, I did pretty good. He's like, I was just wondering because I like watching.
My wife.
He said, I like watching y'all's show. I said, oh, you watched? I said, okay. So yeah, I mean that's great.
And we appreciate every one of you.
Yeah, shout us out, and maybe we can. Paul, did we show everybody our hoodies? I know you're wearing it tonight. Did we show them one? Yeah, we both wore them one night. Yeah. So of course we got the Huggies. If you want one, you're listening. We'll shoot you one. We got some extras. Just want to.
November the 30th, Poolside Bets, we're doing trivia at Stone Pony.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah,
come for that.
For you locals that go to Stone Pony for the trivia, Poolside Bets will be hosting trivia.
We'll be there. Sunshine and them will be there. Give Sunshine some love out there.
Look, she does a great job bartending there, and we love her. And she always takes good care of us on trivia night. And we hope to. Repay the favor. Maybe, hopefully we don't crap the bed on trivia night and never get invited back. Hopefully we'll do okay. And it's your boy's birthday, so
Frankie J and his assistant.
Yeah, getting a little older. Well, just call us Poolside Bets. We'll just take that too. You don't have to call names. So we'll take that. I don't know how old I'm turning that Wednesday, but it's be another year. I guess I'll get a little grayer. Everything keeps getting, goodness gracious, this face. Got to get it shaved up. All right. Hey, great job.
Way to go.
So for Poolside Bets, this has been Cash and Tickets here week 10, week 11.
12.
Week 12 of college football season. And we've had a blast doing it, and we hope to get back to you right before Thanksgiving, right before the Egg Bowl. We'll have a big show on maybe we'll do a big portion of it on the Egg Bowl. We have to cut it back because Zoom doesn't let us go very long. But
we'll see you Saturday morning for sure.
We'll see you Saturday morning, and maybe we'll preview the Egg Bowl Saturday. So look, for Paul, I'm Frank. Yeah, why did I do my head over?
I'm Paul.
He's Paul.
I want to be Paul.
You can be Paul. I'll let you be Paul. That's Paul. I'm Franklin. We're Poolside Bets, and this has been Cash and Tickets, and we'll catch you Saturday morning. Coming to you Saturday live.